On that basis, then, can I also then ask Brian McGrath, the Chief Executive of Foyle Port, one of the principal sponsors, to say a few words. Brian, you're very welcome, and thank you indeed.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you, Peter, for the kind welcome. Just looking at the sort of agenda and your strapline today, commitment, resilience, and perseverance sounds like a strapline we might adopt at Foyle Port under the current situations that we have in terms of economic uncertainties and the like. My name is Brian McGrath. I'm Chief Executive of Foyle Port, and I'd also like to say on behalf of our Chair, Bonnie Anley, who's also here this morning, how delighted we are to be lead sponsor for the Centre for Cross-Border Studies annual conference. Obviously extending a welcome to the esteemed guests that we have later than the Taoiseach coming today, but also to our distinguished speakers and guests. And there's a very interesting programme over the next few days. Foyle Port is actually the trading brand of the Londonderry Harbour Commissioners, who were formed in 1854. So a history which goes way beyond partition and obviously way after partition, heading towards 170 years of cross-border integrated work. We're the marine gateway for the northwest of Ireland, and everything that we do is based on an all-island experience. 30% of our workforce travel in from Donegal every day into Derry to the docks, and about 50% of the international trade which we bring in will find its way back over the border again. So the really interesting thing is that Foyle Port is actually uniquely placed because of its legislative position to be a Irish and UK port simultaneously, because the commissioners oversee the entirety of Lough Foyle. And in that respect, our pilots go out from Donegal every morning to pick ships up and bring them into the UK waters and at Lissahallie. So it is a really symbolic integrated business, which I think provides a very good context for why we wish to be associated with this event. So your conference themes of mobility, resilience and cooperation really resonate with us. Cooperation with neighbours, stakeholders in cross-border policy and a commercial environment, it's absolutely crucial to our ongoing success. And we see ourselves as a national asset. So we've been working really hard in terms of positioning ourselves and working closely with Donegal Council in some of the development ideas that we have as we look to enable green growth, marine tourism and bulk trade in the northwest element of the country. So we have ambitious plans to exploit our cross-border geographical location. We think it's a real positive as we look to decarbonise our operations. And we see our location and locations of other cross-border entities as key in terms of driving not only the sort of theories and the intentions around cross-border concepts, but we want to turn that into prosperity and job creation and see it move from just talking about these things into being manifested in terms of sort of general well-being for our stakeholders. So we see that we could be a vehicle to supercharge the border economy. When we look at the initiatives like the Taoiseach Shared Island Fund, it really does provide a very welcome vehicle in real terms to take cross-border projects to that next stage, to provide jobs and prosperity and to rebalance the island's economy beyond what we normally say in terms of our local audiences to Belfast, or in an all-island context beyond Belfast and Dublin. So we trust that the event today and tomorrow will be a great success, and we're very much, very glad to be part of it, and we wish you all a very enjoyable experience. So thank you very much.
Brian, thank you so much for helping start the conference off. Thank you again, as with the other sponsors, but particularly Foyle Port, for the assistance you've given, make the conference happen in the way that it is. We really do appreciate it. And actually, those of us who know the Northwest well know the difference you're making in that part of the world as well, and the excellent work that Foyle Port does. Thank you for that as well.